Hey, welcome to this week's episode of Chingaso's Combat Crew, your one-stop shop for all your combat news. We got the UFC 290 International Fight Week post-show aftermath. Gosh, I am emotionally spent after last night. Fonzo, how about you, dog?
Man, it was a rough night. That's all I can say.
Emotional roller coaster for sure, man, but some damn good fights. So hopefully you got to watch. If you haven't, hey, spoiler alert, but before we get to the UFC 290 results, we got lots and lots of other good, juicy combat news, including some Francis Ngannou updates, some UFC rumors, and we got that tough season 31 talk coming up, bruh. So let's jump into the first story of the week. Here we go. Surprise, surprise, your boy Dana White on his boy's nuts. Connor McGregor. We talked about this a couple episodes ago. No, he missed the USADA testing window. Yeah. So we thought that 2023 was completely off the table for Connor, right? Yeah. Apparently,
not the day.
Nope.
What a stupid song.
All wrong. We got it all wrong because Dana White says it don't matter. We can do whatever we want, and they'll just have to deal with it. Basically.
What?
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
Exactly, dude. I mean, it's just like, well, if that's what you're going to do, then just do that for everybody.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want, whenever you want. Then why even pay USADA?
Right.
Why even, you know what I mean? That's like, yeah, I got the Ring doorbell, but I got Fonzo sitting outside with the shotty. I feel more comfortable with Alfonso with the shotty.
Pretty good with it.
Yeah. Especially on RDR Online.
Only on RDR Online.
Yeah, true that. Let's put that out there. We don't want anybody coming to your house. Bro, let me ask you, like I've been asking you for the last 5 weeks. Did you watch Ultimate Fighter Season 31, Episode 6?
This time, I'll switch up my answer, and I'll say...
What?
Actually, no, I did not.
All right. So did you even see anything on social media about this?
You know what? No, social media was actually pretty quiet for the most part this week about I'm guessing nothing spectacular happened this week.
Well, it could have been because it aired on 4th of July and everybody's blowing shit up, having fun, drinking beers, shooting fireworks, hanging out with the fam and friends. So, you know what I mean?
All right. So what catch us up? What happened?
It was actually I don't remember too much of the behind the scenes stuff, like as far as training went and whatnot. But in this episode, we had Connor's team. And actually, I believe this guy actually trains with Connor on the outside. His name was Lee Hammond. And that was the rookie, I guess, the up and comers. And the team Chandler fighter was Kurt Holobaugh. So Lee Hammond came out like a bat out of hell, dude. Controlled like 90 to 95% of the fight. Got takedowns, ground and pound. Was slipping out of Holobaugh's submission attempts. Was able to stuff anything he was throwing at him. But, bro, you got to win the entire fight. And he left his neck out at some point, and Holobaugh just ratcheted up and pulled a guillotine out of his butt at the last second, and that's why you see Connor there, if you're watching the slideshow, on his knees, bro. On his knees.
So this is loss number 7 now.
I think 6. Yeah.
6.
0-6, and afterwards, I think Chandler might have said something about how they haven't won a fight yet. And he kind of was like, you haven't beat me at all. And he's like, and then Connor, Connor's not going to keep his mouth shut.
Oh, is that why you shoved him then?
Yeah, because then Connor took it personal, like, hey, this is not even part of me. Like, it almost seemed like he was trying to detach himself from the donut that he's gotten on this show. And like, yo, you haven't beat me at all. So just you wait. And that's when he got in his face and shoved him. Then Dana White immediately was like, nope, let me waddle over there and my investment before it goes down the drain.
Dude, but I think that's exactly why, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I haven't been watching the show, so maybe I shouldn't even be speaking on this. But, like, if he's trying to detach himself from his guys, I think that is part of the reason why they're losing. You know what I mean? He doesn't.
Yeah.
He's not with them.
Well, I mean, I don't know because of editing wise, you know what I mean? So they make it seem like he's there every day training, The only difference I see between his coaching style and Chandler's coaching style is that Chandler likes to stay with the fighters. He's like, I mean, look at him right there. He's wearing the tank top. He's wearing the uniform. And he's cage side. Like when the bell rings, he's in the corner and he's talking to the guys. Whereas Connor is like over there.
But that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? So
yeah. So that's what I'm saying though.
He's
like,
not
I mean,
fully invested maybe.
Yeah. Think about it this way. If you got somebody like you go train and you know your instructor or your trainer is fucking badass, but he's training you from the fucking bleachers. Like he's just like pointing shit out. It's different from when you got a coach actually like doing drills with you or showing you moves or rolling with you. You know what I mean? It's completely different because it's a different level of experience. It's a lot more personalized versus, hey, you know, get that underhook. It's a completely different style. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's actually a game plan, possibly even.
Right.
And then also we're dealing with rookies, with guys who don't have as much experience versus guys who have a truckload of experience. You know, so that's also playing into account here, I'm sure. All right, bro. Next story, dude. On a scale of 1 to 10, you told me you are not at all excited about this next story. I'm talking about Francis Ngannou versus Tyson Fury. Story was broke, I believe, by Ariel Helwani earlier in the week, and he says that the deal's pretty much done. It's going to be coming out pretty soon, and supposedly the payday is like through the roof, bro.
But this is supposed to be an exhibition fight, right?
Yes, with special rules. So let's go over. Let me see if I got those rules.
That's why I'm not excited about it.
True. Exactly. It's worse than celebrity boxing.
Yeah. If there's no stakes, like I don't see the point to it.
Yeah, this was from Bloody Elbows article, I believe, and they got a couple of quotes here that I took from Eddie Hearn. He says, we've had a lot of offers from the Middle East at the moment to host that fight over the summer. Oh, actually, this is Tyson. Fury said on the Out of Interest podcast, the purse is private information, but let's say it's 10, 20, 30, fucking 50 times the amount UFC fighters make. So I don't know if he's talking on the low end or on the high end, but I would imagine it's on the high end because he's used to making 20, 50 mil a fight, you know?
Yeah.
Next, it says, yes, I believe Fury versus Ngannou happens next. This is what I've heard. I think this is Hearns here talking, Eddie Hearns. This is what I've heard. It'll be an exhibition, Hearns said. Apparently no knockdowns or anything. So it's like half of the battle already. I don't know. I'm only telling you what I've heard. Who knows what's what, but that is apparently what is going to be the next fight. Disappointing, but it is what it is. So the only win, I guess, for this is Francis kind of sticking it to Dana. If this does go down and he nails this bag, like this is everything he wanted and more, dude. He's going to get that payday. He's burning Dana White. He gets to practice boxing without actually putting himself out on there because it's a win-win. He can't get knocked out unless Tyson. I mean, how do they prevent each other from knocking each other out? What's to say Tyson's just doesn't add a little something extra or Francis add a little something extra? You know what I mean?
Well, here's the deal. I think that's the thing. Like if somebody does go down, that's the end of the fight.
And no money. Maybe nobody gets paid. Okay. That makes sense. Who knows? We don't even know yet. We don't know. All we know is there's no knockdown. So maybe they'll fight with one arm. I don't know. Maybe it'll be Mike Tyson's. Dude, what if
they'll use the fucking the air like fucking big ass gloves instead? Like you know the one.
Dude, those hurt. Those could possibly hurt. What if they built this all up and then like they walk him out and then at the last second, fool, they put in a table in the middle of the ring and they just have him play like Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Oh no, they have him play Undisputed on Steam, but it freezes up, so nobody fucking happened. There really is no knockdowns.
There is no knockdowns.
Yeah, dude, this was a story that came out earlier in the week before the fight came out. There's a guy who's got I'm posting the links right now on the slideshow if you're watching on YouTube. I'll try to post these to the show notes as well, but there's a link there to his YouTube page so you can watch all his videos. And he did a really cool interview with Yair Rodriguez. The guy goes by the name of Roberto MTZ. I'm not sure what MTZ stands for, but the podcast is in Spanish. And I only put this up because, dude, this is a legend effing story on Yair Rodriguez. Fonzo, you want to read the story or give the highlights at least of this is an awesome clip that came out of this episode this guy did, that Yair did with Roberto. So, Fonzo, break it down, bro.
So apparently what ended up happening was that a month, like somehow Yair went to Cowboy, their friends, right? Their friends outside the UFC.
Cerrone.
Cerrone. And he was telling Cerrone about some pain that he felt, like somewhere around his liver or in his abdomen somewhere. And Cerrone, apparently, his wife is a doctor, so he's like, "Hey, go to the doctor, have my wife check you out." And so he did,
bro.
And
the Reddit police are gonna come after you. They already clarified this, like the first comment. His wife is actually a nurse.
Okay,
do you think that a doctor would marry a F? Shut the F up. Who cares? She's in the medical field. Go, Fonzo.
So she checked him out, whatever, had him checked out, and there was an anomaly somewhere around his liver area, and with a high probability of being cancer. So he was a little kind of freaked out. It turned out to be benign and had been able to like kind of operate, but he didn't know this at a certain point. So he went to his next fight with who was he fighting?
Korean Zombie. No, yeah, but check it out. On 2 weeks, look, he just found out about the thing on his liver, and then and then they're like, and then the UFC calls him later that week and is like, "Yo, you want to fight in 2 weeks?"
Right. So he didn't know what the fuck. He's just like, well, I guess, yeah, let's get out there and do it. But and I'm thinking when I'm reading the story, man, for many of us, like I'm like, dude, I don't want to fight. You know what I mean? Like I would be
the last thing on your mind.
Yeah, like I'd be worried about spending time with family. What am I do? What is like? I'd be freaking the fuck out. Yeah, fuck no. What does he do?
Different mindset.
Yeah, he says yeah. So he goes for it, and the whole time that he's leading up to the fight, and in the middle of the fight, he's like, hey, if you're already going to die anyways, how do you want to do it? Do you want to die with fear? Or do you want to die sad? No, I want to die happy. I want to go and die on my own terms. I'm going to do it inside that cage. This motherfucker from the whole Korea. So that was his mindset. And he went in there and he just fucking
went toe to toe with the baddest dude in Korea. Yeah, man. And went through. So yeah. All right. So cool story. Haven't had an opportunity to go check out that episode, but hey, give it a shot whenever you got some time. Next story, Fonzo, switching over to the jiu-jitsu world. And actually, this is like both of our worlds colliding, UFC and jiu-jitsu, because old school GOAT GSP has decided to dip his toes back into the competition round, but strictly grappling. He didn't announce an opponent yet, but he hinted at a possible December matchup. And he's really dropping hints that he wants a matchup against Gordon, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, he wants to go. So
that'd be cool.
He's up there. So we'll see what happens. What happens.
But here's the thing, dude. Wasn't GSP one of the original dudes that started complaining about everybody being on steroids, and part of the reasons why he decided to retire? Like this motherfucker now gonna go into like steroid fucking haven.
Well, maybe that's what he wants to do. Kind of like take him out. Maybe like he's gonna be the Punisher of the all natty squad, coming out, taking them out one at a time and starting at the top, bro. Do it, GSP. I want to see it. All right. So this was a rumor that broke a couple weeks ago. I think we talked about it a little bit because we were kind of pumped about this. So Giga Chikaz was supposed to be taking on Brian Ortega in a featherweight matchup to see who's going to advance up the ladder to possibly create a new challenger for the strap. But it looks like the fight is going to be canceled. And the reason being is that Brian has they didn't say what didn't say what the injury was, but he said it's a significant injury and he's going to be taking a lot of time off apparently. So Giga doesn't want to wait. He's going to be probably looking for a new opponent. So dude, that sucks. Yeah, it sucks that we won't be seeing Brian at all for a while, regardless of whether it's against Giga or not. We were talking about him maybe taking on Ilya to see who takes on the winner of last night's fight. We'll talk about that in a minute, but maybe now the dust has settled and now there is a clear-cut number one contender. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Here is another rumor that broke, and it hasn't been officially signed. I don't read Portuguese, but I believe it says Davidson's about to take on Dominic Cruz at the most flyweight 125s. Yeah, it's 125s, bro. So Figgy's not moving up yet. I thought he was supposed to be moving up in weight, but apparently not. Apparently he's got some more business to handle at the flyweight division, and he's going to be taking on Dom. What do you think about this fight, dude? Yeah or no?
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's going to be a good fight. I mean, both fighters will always put on a good fight. Am I excited because of what it's going to do in the rankings and things like that? Not really. You know what I mean? It's not going to be that significant, in my opinion, in that aspect.
I think this is just like a fan fight, dude. Like, I'm pumped for this, but it's not, like you said, it's going to have no real significant effect on the rankings at all. Like, this isn't going to propel Figgy into a title shot. This isn't going to, and maybe this is his exit. Maybe he's like, he wants to fight one of the GOATs of this weight division before he moves up. That would make sense, you know?
Yeah.
So, should be cool. Very dangerous fight for Dominic, I think, just because he has been shown to be, you know, he's I don't know if he's getting a little chinny, but he's been fighting some of the heaviest hitters in this weight class.
Yeah.
Dudes that drop bombs. And he's actually moving down in weight because Dom's last fight against Chito, because that was at 135, I believe.
I think so. Let me look it up, actually. Yeah, Chito.
Yeah, so see, so he's dropping in weight, and I don't know, you know, maybe, dude, this is actually kind of good for Dom, because if he looks good, this could actually propel him up through the rankings.
Right.
Maybe not top 5, but now he's going to get ranked after this for sure. And that could lead to cool fights for him, maybe. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm down. Bro, I don't know who leaked this rumor, but it sounds like Benny, after taking that L against Charlie Oliveras, is looking for a new opponent. And word on the streets is it's our boy Arman Tsarukyan. Dude, I think this is going to be a good fight. I think this is like Beniel Dariush 2.0 versus Beniel Dariush 1.0. Like, Benny's fighting himself in the past, because this is a young Benny right here.
So you think so what do you think, man? Do you think Tsarukyan is gonna, that means he's not gonna match up against Beniel right now? Like, is it like,
oh, it's gonna be a good matchup, but I just think Benny is still got too much. I think in his last fight he was kind of like the deer in the headlights, maybe, and that's why he didn't perform as well against Charlie, because there was just so much on the line, you know. And this will be less pressure, but still a lot of pressure. And I just feel like the skill gap and the experience is going to come into play here. I don't know if it's going to be a 3-round fight yet or a 5-round fight, but I think that Benny still has enough in the gas tank to hold this kid off just a little bit longer. I don't think he's going to finish him, but hey, you never know, dude. Arman is a motherfucker, and he's coming, dude. He wants to prove that he's there. He's ready, you know.
It'll be a good test for Tsarukyan for sure.
Oh, for sure. And this could propel. I mean, if Arman finishes Benny, dude, or just looks good, that could propel him into a number 1 contender fight. Maybe with Charlie Olives, because it sounds like Charlie Olives isn't going to be ready to fight Islam. So Islam's going to have to fight somebody else. I don't know. Folk?
Oh. Yep.
I don't know, bro. This was more bad news. Something we talked about a long time ago. The James Krauss gambling investigation. I was like, dude, this dude pisses me off so much, because guys like us, me and this guy right here, we work so hard to find any bit of crumb that will give us an advantage in making picks. And don't fucking ever. I'm sorry, I'm complaining. Let me get off this guy had the world at his oyster and just blew it down the drain, dude. And he looks like he's going to be taking a lot of people down with him along the way. This is not going away. Looks like the FBI is contacting people in the biz to see if they can get people to flip. So I don't know. Coaches, fighters, dude, it's going to go down, man. Anytime money is involved, you know government don't like that shit. That's how they've taken down the biggest criminals ever. Al Capone got taken down because of tax evasion, dog.
Yeah.
McAfee, tax evasion. All he wanted to do was pooping hammocks out in Costa Rica, and then they brought his ass back. All right. This was, it looks like this might be super confirmed. Chito Vera was originally supposed to be taking on Triple C, right? Henry Cejudo. Henry, I believe, has a shoulder injury. He's going to get that taken care of. We don't know when he's going to be back. So Chito's looking for a new dance partner for August 19th. Is that the same date still as the Boston show? I think so. Yeah. It says it right there on the flyer. Yeah. My bad. I'm an idiot. Chito Vera taking on Pedro Munoz. This is a step down in competition, but hey, he's still a threat, bro. Still a threat. And this is good for Chito too. He says he's going to be a different fighter. He needs to learn to step on the gas and push himself a little bit more. So this will be a good test for him, you know. Not a whole lot of danger, but yet there's still a lot of experience and enough of a threat for him to see what it's going to be like at the deeper levels of the pool if he's able to implement a different game plan, which I think he would. I hope he does. But if he sticks to the same old Chito, I think he could also pull out the W still here.
Yeah. I agree, man. Yeah, but he does need to. This would be a good place for him to test that out. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? Yeah. This is like, hey, you just started working your deep half guard, and there's a group of good white belts out there. Go try it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's exactly what that is. Next story. I'm not sure if it's been officially signed or not, but MMA Junkies reporting that Tai Tuivasa is looking to return to the octagon, and he's going to be taking on Alexander Volkov September 9th. I guess that's the pay-per-view that Izzy's going to be headlining.
Nice.
So
that's going to be a good fight.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one, dude. And you know that fool wants to and I'm talking about Tai here. You know he wants to ball out in front of his home crowd. You know he's going to want to be doing them shoeies after the fight.
Yeah.
So he's going to bring it, dude. He's always an awesome fighter, whether he knocks somebody the F out or he gets knocked the F out. But he's always fun to watch. And Volkov is proven to be a punching bag. He can take a beating, but he can also dish it out, dude.
Yeah.
So he's not going to lay down. This is not going to be an easy fight for either one of these guys.
Nope.
Bro, do you need to take a break or anything? Or are you ready to jump into 290
Let's just go.
Woo!
Rip the Band-Aid off.
I woke up this morning, bro, and I was just so like, so tired from this show, dog.
Yeah.
It was just like up and down, up and down, up and down. It
Dude,
started
had
off
my anxiety up to like 100.
Same, bro. I mean, I'm telling you, like, my wife watched the fights with us. She never gives a shit about this. She's always like, oh, really? You're watching fights? I'm going to go play checkers with Dexter in the corner or whatever. But last night, she was in for the ride of her night, bro. Early prelims. She was doing something. I'm like, bro, you got to get up out of here. You got to see what is about to go down because it's time. And my boy, Jesus Aguilar, came to ball out against Shannon Ross. Bro, did you get – I know you didn't get to see this live, but you did catch it, right?
I did, yeah.
Let's watch a highlight for the people watching with us on YouTube. Thank you. If you're not out there watching us, subscribe, sign up for the notifications. Head over to our YouTube channel at C_Combat Crew. Right, Fonzo?
Right.
All right, so let's watch this clip here. Jesus Aguilar throwing it down against Shannon Ross. It did not take a whole lot of time.
Home with a victory. Ross is in black. Jesus Aguilar in green.
Look at this. He's going to fake a takedown. There it is. Oh! Hit or quitter, bro. Dude, one-stop shop. So it kind of looked like he was going to kind of feint in for a takedown, and instead of continue with the takedown, he just threw that overhand right and came over, bro. Shannon Ross was knocked out for a minute, dude. He didn't get up for a while. I don't know if you saw, but great fight by Jesus. Shout out, boy, bro. Keep doing your thing. That was exciting to watch. That's just a taste of what he can do, man. And I only know him for his ground game, dude. He's a scrapper. He's fast. He's got lots of good subs all over the place. But look at those bombs, bro.
Yeah.
How often do you see knockouts at the flyweight division?
Not very often, man.
Him, Davison, Pantoja, sometimes it looks like. But yeah, you don't see these too often, bro.
Yeah.
Moving on to the prelims, because that was on the early prelim. I think that was like the second fight of the early prelims. Moving on to the prelim portion of the card. Started off with Jimmy Cruz, Alonzo Menefield. Dude.
Sick submission.
This was a fight. We should have saw this one coming. You know what I mean? When two guys fight and have this much experience on each other and one person does the due diligence, you know what I mean? It pays off. And that's what happened. It looked like Menefield downloaded that whole playbook of Jimmy Cruz and knew exactly what was going to happen each and every time. This was one of my picks that I took for our parlay super show. I went with the over, and for a little while, dude, I thought it was going to go down.
Yeah, me too.
It
was pretty close.
It was. You know what I mean? So I took the over on this. I thought it was going to go over 2.5 rounds. I put $100 on it at plus 196. Here's how the fight ended.
Gets it now.
Jimmy Cruz trying to whip the
Menefield
takedown.
much better getting back to his feet. Look how quickly he got up.
Cruz got his hands locked. Guillotine the tip.
What athleticism by Menefield.
Dude, that was deep.
I was like, yeah, that was more like a neck crank, but hey, I'm not in there. I'm not the one in there, so who knows? You don't know, but you're right, dude. It started off as a guillotine, and then Jimmy Cruz
twisted.
Yeah, and then yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It was like a neck crank, so maybe he felt a real bad pinch. Maybe he's got an injury there, and that's why he tapped out. It was pretty quick, dude. So Alonzo Menefield moves on, and I lose my $100, bro. Next fight.
Was not expecting that.
Dude, I did not see this. Jauregui taking on Gomes. Jauregui was, I think, a big favorite in this one, no?
Yeah.
She was the second Mexican on the card. She had a lot of hype behind her. All the energy in the arena was definitely behind her after Jesus got that monster KO, but Gomes had something different on her mind, right?
This fight clock is
we get to see the whole thing here.
Jazmin Jauregui is in black. Denise Gomes counters in white.
Oh, yeah.
Denise Gomes getting that right hand to the target. This fight clock is brought to you by.
That was brutal, dude. It looked like those first two shots that Denise threw were power shots, and they landed clean.
Yeah.
Because Jauregui had no idea where she was at.
She was just trying to hang on, dude.
Yeah, she went for that single, and she didn't let go, and then Gomes just unloaded with them bombs, dude, and just finished it off. Oh, man, that was nice. That was nice. All right, next fight, my dog. Introduce it, dude. Don't be. Are you shaking your head? What'd you think about this one?
I thought it. Look, I was disappointed in a couple of things. Edgar Chairez versus Tatsuro Taira, good fight. I enjoyed it. There was a couple things that I just like.
The guillotine attempt.
Yeah, the guillotine attempts. But my biggest gripe with this fight though is in the second round. I don't know if you caught this, but I think Joe Rogan even pointed it out that in his corner, in between the first and second round, Chairez's corner was saying, "Hey, you almost had that guillotine," and it wasn't even close, dude. Like he never had him, and I just think that was super bad cornering, you know, for Chairez, because like if he hadn't attempted that in the second round, it would have been a different story because he actually went for it.
Dude,
he dropped down,
dropping him. Yeah.
So like
he was landing some clean shots.
Yeah.
Tatsuro's stand up is trash, bro.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
No.
And like that's what kind of made it a lame fight. Is just like it was lay and pray from my point of view. Anyways, I put $100 on this fight for a win by Chairez by KO at plus 589. Didn't go that way at all.
We should have went the over on this one, bro.
Should have.
We knew Edgar's super tough. You know what I mean?
Right.
You knew it. And he had that X factor going in. And then plus it's late. Tatsuro don't know shit about him. So there's that awkwardness. There's that feeling out process. It was going to take a lot longer for him to implement his game plan. And dude, even though Tatsuro was able to get, like, if you were to ask Tatsuro before the fight, hey, bro, we're going to give you a shot right now. You pick the position where you think you're going to be able to end this fight. What do you think he would have picked? He would have been like, hey, give me the back or give me the mount. He got both. And he
wasn't able to do anything.
He didn't do anything. He didn't do no damage. I mean, he landed a couple pepper shots, you know what I mean? But there was no power behind them. Edgar eventually was able to get out of both of those positions, but he was never able to get back up to his feet.
No.
You know,
so this performance, dude, by Edgar tells us a lot, right? It tells us he's going to be able to do good as long as he's able to. Yeah. If he's able to switch his game plan going in and modify it as you see the fight, like, you know, if he was able to keep it on the ground a little bit longer, I think he would have won this. You know what I mean? And I think that's what he just needs to do. Makes those little adjustments. This next fight, dude, I'm super excited. You know what I mean?
Yeah, his next fight, he'll have a full camp because now he's definitely got eyes on him. Tatsuro is one of those flyweights that is hot right now. He's one of their main prospects they want. He's going to help UFC grow their name, their brand in Japan. That's what they want. So, you know, they're trying to push him, and they probably thought this was going to be a pushover fight for him.
Right.
And Chikaz was like, not today, bro.
Not today.
Yep. All right, dude. I knew that Robbie wanted to go out on his shield. Talk about Robbie Lawler, Nico Price. This was the main event of the prelim portion of the show, right?
Right.
And at best, I was thinking that this was going to be a slobber knocker, that Nico, because he's younger, you know, he doesn't have the damage that Robbie does. I thought that it was going to go all 3 rounds. And I played that on a parlay on my bookie. I picked the over on this one, and I doubled it up with the Chikaz fight. And nope, not today. Check this out. Again, I think we get to watch the majority of this fight.
When he doesn't have a fight, he's having a great time. He said, but the moment he gets in the camp, he's like, I don't enjoy this.
Right, he feels like his energy and training when he has a fight on the books is different when he doesn't.
Those uppercuts, man.
Yeah.
Hooks, uppercuts, just beautiful.
Just 3 clean shots, no?
Yeah, that was it. Grabbed onto the neck.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 shots. 5 shots, hit or quit or done, bro. I originally, when I first watched it in real time, I thought it was an uppercut. And I was like, oh, dude, are you serious? Just 1 shot? And Robbie didn't even cock back. So I called my wife over again. I said, hey, come check this out. What do you think about this? And we watched it in real time, and we were like, I don't know. And then they showed it in slow-mo, and you see all those shots land, dude. There was a right, there was a left overhook, there was that uppercut, and I think there was a right cross again, and he just doop, 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 doop. It was like he was falling down a cliff in between 2 rocks, and he hit his head all the way down and ended it. But what a way for Robbie to end his career, dude.
Dude, that was such a good way for him to end it. Plus, I was watching this thing earlier this morning on like what they did for his
the highlight reel.
The highlight reel, you know what I mean? And I remember you texted me in it, and you're like, "Man, this is super cool, but how convenient."
Cinderella ending, bro.
Yeah, but here's the deal, man. Like somebody was saying, like they've never really done that for other fighters. You know what I mean? Like they don't do that for a lot of fighters, but I think this is what they should be doing.
Definitely.
You
know why
they because that was such an awesome thing to do that.
It is, and you know what? The only other fighter that I wish they would have done this for should have been Donald Cerrone, because Donald Cerrone and Robbie Lawler, like, dude, I'm getting chills talking about this right now, and this is my Tocayo's boy, you know, Toro out there. Shout out, bro. Your favorite fighter, Donald Cerrone. Anytime the UFC called, that fool was like, "Oh, I'm on my way, bro. Send me location." You know what I mean?
It didn't matter.
It didn't matter, and they always showed up, dude. If it could have been the toughest dudes, they always showed up, and they did it day in and day out from the beginning. Robbie Lawler, dude, fought like on UFC 20. I think Luke Thomas posted something earlier, and he's like, hey, he went out the same way he came in, knocking fools out. And he showed a clip or showed a screenshot of his first fight, and it said something like UFC 27.5. Dude, Robbie Lawler takes me back to those days when I first started working at the Science Workshop, and we would watch fights at TJ's house.
Yeah.
The whole crew back in the day. Me, TJ, Eddie. Dude, good times. Hey, what a way for Robbie Lawler to go out. And I'm really glad that the UFC put that little highlight reel for him. He deserves it, bro. He deserves
for sure.
it.
For sure.
All right, getting to the main portion of the card, the first fight of the pay-per-view. Bo Nickel taking on Val Woodburn. Val Woodburn taking this on super short notice, dude. What was it, like 5 days? Like they called him on some shit. He said he was working for his landscaping job when his phone rang, and he's like, oh, hell yeah, I'm there, bro. So this is another one. Didn't last too long. Val came to play or actually get knocked out and chew bubblegum. He's all out of bubblegum.
Oh! You better shoot on Val Woodburn because Woodburn just threw a big right hand.
Woodburn has some serious
he does.
behind those right hands.
Oh, shoot.
Look at that one.
Dude, that was
Those
incredible.
last two, look, that one.
Boom. Yeah, left.
That left stunned,
swinging.
dude. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Those last two left stunned, dude. Like the first one just froze him. He was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And then Bo just followed it. I like how he didn't rush in. He kind of just like slowly shuffled forward and then cocked back that left hand and went in for that last kill shot, dude.
Yeah, well, he just kind of went in for the rebound, right? Like, so he waited for Valentine to rebound and then clocked him again. Wait for another rebound, clocked him again. It was just, like he was fucking like playing handball against the wall.
Yeah.
You know what I
We
mean?
should have played this one, definitely, dude. We should have just put the whole wad on this. This was the only lock of the night, and we knew it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Absolutely.
Oh, well.
Right.
Yeah. I did go on on Verdict MMA. You know how you could, for each pick, you can like gamble all your XP on one fight? I don't know if you know this.
Oh, no, I didn't.
You get like a certain amount of XP for the whole card.
Right.
And if you feel good about a specific pick, you can like put it all on that one. That's what I did on this one.
Oh,
But I said Bo Nickel sub round one.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. But I still got a big chunk. All right, dude. Another fight that we both picked. Jalen Tarantula Turner taking on Dan the Hangman Hooker. Dude, what? This was an omen of what was going to happen for the rest of the night.
100%.
Because this was just like, oh, dude, this is the mirror on the wall talking to us, showing us, hey, all night, this is what I'm going to do to your heart and your emotions. Fonzo, you bet $200 that Jalen would win by KO at a plus 169. I was hoping that Turner would make it a 3-round affair, and I had Turner by decision at plus 400, which was looking good maybe up until the first minute of the second round. And then Dan Hooker just turned the tables on him. Dude, Dan Hooker took a beat down in that first round, no?
Yeah, he did.
By the end of the first
I thought it was
round,
going to be over in the first round at one point.
yes, I don't know how many times I said, Jalen, what the fuck are you doing, bro? My parlay.
Yeah. Dude, it looked like at one point, like yesterday it looked more like it, but I rewatched this fight again this morning. Last night when I was watching it, it just seemed like Jalen was just like, he was just out of it. Like after the second round, he was just done. Like, but no, I mean, I watched it again this morning. He still had some left in the tank, but I think Dan Hooker was able just to pick him apart in the last round, especially the last round. He was just able to tee off and fucking just, do whatever he wanted. Like Jalen, it was apparent that Jalen wasn't able to put any of his game plan. Like that went out the window. after he got cracked in the second round.
It was almost like DDP and Robert Whittaker in this one. Like he just took everything he had, and then he was like, "Oh shit, now what?"
Exactly.
Hey, hold on real quick. Jesus Aguilar's fighting Shannon Ross. Okay, it's done.
All right.
It's actually replaying on the back. I got it right now, but it's about to be over already. So yeah, dude, Dan Hooker ends up winning the fight. We lost our money again. And bro, in the post-fight, in the in-cage interview, Joe asked Dan if he broke his hand. Did you hear that?
No, I didn't.
He asked him, and he's like, we'll have to wait and see, May, or something lame like that, dude. Turns out he broke his fucking hand. Yeah.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Dude, all that adrenaline, Rick James. Adrenaline. Couldn't feel it, dude.
Yeah.
So, yeah, dude, what a monster, man. What a monster fight.
At what moment did he break his hand? Like, just like one of the punches that he threw, probably?
Maybe late in the second or the third, because he wasn't throwing too much in the first, but he didn't stop. Like, it was honestly, it's hard to tell because he didn't stop throwing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm wondering how.
I have to go back and watch. Yeah.
How Rogan caught it.
Yeah. Joe always says that, bro. Every fight he says that. Oh, he broke his elbow. I saw you broke your elbow in the second round. We'll see, mate. All right. The Coco main event that we were hoping for but never got, Fonzo. Talk about Robert Whittaker taking on Dricus du Plessis. Bro, Duplessis, I will never doubt you again, bro. All week long, he was like the only one believing his smoke, dude. Remember, like, how many times did I say, I was like, dude, you hear what this guy is saying? He's crazy. He's the only one who believes what he's saying. Like, he's like, this guy doesn't even know what's waiting for him at the end of the week. And really, it was Robert Whittaker that didn't know what was waiting for him at the end of the week.
100%, man. This is just
bet on this fight, Fonzo. You bet 300 on Whittaker by KO at plus 169. I bet 200 on Whittaker by decision at plus 190. And I thought that after I watched Dricus' last couple of fights in the UFC, you know, he's been taking on higher and higher level competition. But each time I wasn't seeing anything different. It's almost like maybe he was fighting to the level of his competition, not overwhelming them, just doing enough to beat them. And that he did it each and every time. He would be like, it's almost like Dricus is sticking his head into the gator mouth. The gator closes his mouth on Dricus, and he's able to open that jaw and finish that gator. That's against Derek Brunson. That's what he did against Darren Till. And when he fought, and the reason I'm saying is he fought to the levels of competition is because when he fought Robert Whittaker last night, he didn't look like Dricus of old. He looked like the Dricus that leveled up to fight Robert Whittaker.
But that's what he said he was going to do as well. You know what I mean?
But who fucking believed him? Because if you never saw, that's like, bro, you're a street racer racing in your Ford Escort against Corvettes, and you're like, and you're beating the Corollas, but now you're gonna fight you're not gonna race a Corvette, and you're like, dude, I'm gonna be ready for the vet. I'm gonna bring what the vet brings.
But here's the deal, man. He had Dom on his side. He had family. He had the Fast Furious family behind him.
That's true. Family over everything. So yeah, dude, he did it, and you know what? Did you give Whittaker the first round, or did you give Dricus the first round?
You know what? I didn't even score the rounds at that point. I wasn't even scoring rounds, so I can't even tell you.
I scored it for Dricus because he did start doing a lot. He got the takedown, and he started doing damage. Even though Bobby controlled the feet, the stand-up for a long time, but what I started noticing, dude, Dricus' defense was freaking on point.
Yeah.
He would just cover up, and I don't know if he was able to see from behind that shell, but he blocked like everything that Bobby threw. Everything he threw, he blocked, especially in that second round. And he was right because he said at some point in that fight, he looked at Bobby Knuckles and was like, yo, I'm still here. I just took everything you had. And he said, I could see that he was different. And at that point, that's when he took over and he just fucking went to town, bro. I got the finish. You want to watch it real quick?
Yeah, let's go.
Just not expect this to happen.
He stunned him
He's
bad.
hurt bad.
Oh, now a low leg kick.
Duplessis got Whitaker in all kinds of
Whitaker's in
trouble.
a world of trouble. Big strike raining down by the South African. Whitaker covers up. To you, boys.
Yeah, this is hard to watch, man.
Yeah, it is, man.
And that first punch, the one that stunned him,
Yeah.
it wasn't even like a full power punch. It was like a
No.
stiff right arm.
There it is.
But it just like
It was
he
just
stepped
like
into it.
lunging right. It was just like a
Yeah.
lunging cross, and it
Yeah.
just dropped him, dude.
Yeah.
You know, like low, like his health went down 60%,
Yeah.
and he was on skates, and he just followed it, dude. Dricus looked really good. He wasn't breathing out of his mouth, so obviously that surgery paid off for him. But his game plan, dude, he was patient. He stalked his prey, followed it up with shots, and then unloaded the gas tank when he knew he was safe, and made it look ridiculously easy, dude.
Yeah.
Nobody's done that to Bobby Knuckles ever. Even when Izzy fought him the first time, he didn't do it that fast.
No. Right.
So
man,
now,
he's a real deal. He's a real deal.
so now they set this up, bro. Now they're setting this up. Izzy and Dricus.
That's what it is. It's an easy fight. It's easy money. I manifested this. I said I was going to have this moment, and I know I'm going to have this moment. Look at me. Hey, stare off. Just saying. Look at me. Come here. Just feel me. Feel me.
This fight.
The post-fight interview or face-off between Izzy and Dricus. I don't know if everyone out there listening or watching was able to see or hear, but it was
Cringe AF.
off, bro. It was awful. It was just like a middle school kid trying to act tough, saying loud things to draw extra attention, and Dricus was just like,
What are you doing?
"Yeah, dude." I watched the post-fight interview or the post-fight press conference. And dude, this is where Dricus won me over more. I wish I would have had the clip. Maybe we'll air a clip later. But he was basically like, "Hey, I'm a gentleman. I don't know what he's doing. He's just mouthing off like an immature little kid. But my family name." He talked a lot about his family name and what he represents. And he says he's never gonna do that. He believes that he's gonna be champ already. He feels like he's already in Izzy's head, and he's gonna do the same thing that he did to Whitaker to Izzy, bro. And so, what do you think,
Dude, after this performance, dude, I think it's a real possibility. It's a real possibility that he's gonna end up taking.
I'm with
that
you.
belt.
100, dude. 100. I think that he's gonna prove who the most African fighter. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not even gonna touch that. Not even gonna touch that. As far as fights go, bro, Dricus is here, and I don't know who can F with him right now.
We'll see,
Chimaev?
man.
I don't know, dude.
But
I don't
here's
know.
the deal, man. Like this is, I mean, I'll save it. Go ahead, keep going.
All right, next fight, co-main event, bro. I think this next fight was fight of the night. See or no?
Dude, this was a freaking banger, dude. This
I
had me
couldn't
on the edge of my seat.
Yes. Oh,
Edge
dude,
of my seat.
I wasn't even sitting down. I was standing up the whole time. Talking about Brandon Moreno taking on Alexandre Pantoja for the flyweight stripe. It was 5 rounds of chaos, bro. We both wagered on this fight. Fonzo, you bet $200 that
I don't even know what I was thinking here.
You bet 200 Brandon by sub at plus 840, bro. That plus 840 is enticing like an MF.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude. It was just like that dude spitting them flyers out in Las Vegas. He got you. He saw you coming a mile away, dog, and he got me because I also bet 300 on Moreno by KO at a plus 840. So yeah, big money. Didn't go our way. I don't have a clip for this one because it was just a 5-round war. I think I gave this. Honestly, I think Brandon only won like the first round, and then the rest was Pantoja, dude. He definitely lost round 2, possibly round 3. For sure, he lost round 4 and 5.
Yeah, and this is, I mean, it sucked, man, because I think on the ground he had better exchanges. He had better exchanges for the most part, and like not all the exchanges, obviously, because Pantoja put it to him. But I think where the clear advantage was on the
Ground control. Yeah.
ground
Yeah,
control.
I think that was it. That's what the judges really looked at the most and weighed the most on. Because when it was on the feet, Brandon dominated. He landed the big shots. I felt like he did way more damage on the feet than Pantoja did on the ground.
Yeah.
Pantoja just basically controlled. I don't think he ever locked.
There was no danger. I don't think there was like
He
any
got
real
close to a rear
danger.
naked in the second round, but Brandon was able to get out. He never locked it in. It was getting close, but it was never super close.
That's what I mean. I don't think there was ever like a super like he was like close to finishing him up.
Most definitely. So Pantoja takes the strap. What do you think now? What's next, dude? Do you think that Pantoja takes on Brandon Royval, or do they do a rematch?
Well,
Do you know that they fought 3 fights ago?
Yeah.
So Pantoja just fought Brandon. His fight before that, he beat the shit out of Alex Perez. But before that, he smoked Brandon Royval. Subbed him in the second round, I believe. So I don't know, like.
What do you think about another fight with Figgy? Because Figgy was number one. Figgy and Pantoja.
Depends on what happens with Figgy and Dom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see what happens there. But other than Brandon, you know what I mean? I don't know. I guess Brandon's next in line. So yeah, he gets the shot, but I see that ending the same way.
Think so?
Yeah, I see that ending the same way. And maybe Brandon Moreno and Pantoja 4, 3, whatever.
It'd be 3. Officially, it'd be 3.
Bro, main event time. Alexander Volkanovski taking on Yair Rodriguez for the bantamweight strap, right? No, featherweight strap. Start over. 3, 2. All right. Alexander Volkanovski's featherweight strap on the line against Yair Rodriguez. Dude, going into this fight, I felt like Yair was the Swiss Army knife, and Volkanovski was a wooden mallet, bro. He's like, this is all I got, and this is what I'm going to do. What? Fight, dude. Talk about trying to cement your GOAT status. This was it on full display. Let's get into our bets real quick, though, bro, because we both bet on this. You put 200 on Yair by KO at a plus 590. Dude, that's plus 590.
Yeah.
Plus 590. How can you ignore that? I went 200 Yair by decision at plus 730. So, I mean, you can't blame us trying to turn a profit, right? But Volk had something else on his mind, dude. This is the end of the fight. Oh, dude. I love the way he just went in berserker.
Oh, Rodriguez really hurt now, covering up.
Dude, look at that. That's beautiful. Takedown.
Hammer.
Hammer.
Going for it. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, he is in real trouble.
Yeah, he is.
That's it.
It's over.
Looked like Herb Dean was trying to close the distance. That would do it.
Herb Dean could have stopped it before he hopped over.
Yeah, he is in real trouble.
Like right here, right there.
It's over.
Looked like Herb Dean was trying to close the distance. That would do it.
So Volkanovski, what was that? Third round TKO.
Yeah.
So yeah, he ends it in the third round TKO. Bro, he's cleaned out the division. I know Ilya's chirping. He's the young guy. That's what he's supposed to do. That would be a cool fight. But I think Ilya and Rodriguez will be a good fight too, bro. I think that Volk just needs to lay the belt down like Amanda did and move up.
Yep. Yeah, he's
Move
got
up.
he's got to fight Makhachev again.
I know that Makhachev is going to be fighting in the Dubai show in October. I don't know if Volk is going to be ready for that. You know?
Well, he's got. Didn't he say he needed to have surgery? No, that was.
No, I think you're right. I think he did say that. Yeah, I think he did say
Yeah.
he's going to be taking time off for some surgery and heal up. So whenever he wants to come back, bro, I'm ready to watch. But I want to see it at lightweight. I want to see him fight at lightweight, and let's see who's up. I mean, I don't know if he's not ready to fight Islam, who's in the top 5 that you think he should fight, Fonzo?
No, top 5 of featherweight. Lightweight.
Yeah, lightweight.
I'd like to see him go up against maybe Dustin Poirier. That'd be a good fight.
That would be a cool one.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Or
Let's look over the top. You think that he should fight somebody in the top 5 right away?
dude, well, if he fought the champion, why
Right?
not? And
So
he almost took him out. So of course.
what about because Oliveira wants to fight Islam. The UFC wants Charlie to fight Islam, but he's not going to be ready. What about Charlie Olives and Alexander Volkanovski for a title contender fight?
That'd be a good one.
Dude, that's it.
Yeah,
That would be sick. That's the main event right there.
Yeah.
I don't care who's on the rest of the show. It could be all tough fighters. I'll still watch that. But yeah, dude, that would be a good fight. Anybody in the top 5. So he couldn't fight Benny because Benny looks like he's going to be taking on Arman. Justin's already dancing with Justin. So the Justin and Dustin tango is about to go down pretty soon. So Michael Chandler and Volkanovski will be a good fight.
That'd be a good one too. Yeah.
So
yeah, especially because he's not fighting Connor.
Yeah, so there's a lot of good opportunities out there for Volk, but I definitely want to see him at lightweight because who's left for him to fight at featherweight? Nobody, except for Ilya. But I think Ilya needs one more fight. Could he fight Volk? Yeah, he could, but I think that everything Ilya is good at, Volk is better.
Yeah.
I think he hits harder. I think he's got better. Like, dude, did you see how many times Volk switched stances? Dude, Yair is like a black belt beyond on the feet, and he did not know what to do.
No. Yeah, I mean, he had some success with those kicks, the low kicks and stuff like that, but I mean, not enough to really cause any real damage or any real threat.
Dropping bombs, dude. He would come in and just tag him. Yeah.
So. I was thinking he would go for a head kick and that would stun him or something like that. But even those head kicks he threw weren't damaging enough.
Yeah. Well, was it in the first round where Volk caught the kick?
Yeah.
And then took him down, and that takedown that set up the ground and pound at the end. Good Lord, dude.
Yeah. That was beautiful.
That's like a brown belt or like a college level wrestler going up against a jiu-jitsu guy, and he just ducks under when they're trying to reach for the collar or something. Just whoop. That was beautiful. Beautiful takedown. And I can't wait to see what he does next. Whatever he wants to do next is up to him, bro. But that was the last fight, man. Awesome fight. We still got one more pay-per-view coming up this month, dude.
Yeah, we do.
So,
and what I was about to say earlier, though, is just, you know what I mean? It was one of those, we lost all of our picks, Frank. We lost all of them. Not a single one did we win, bro.
No.
So, listeners out there, if you wanna win some money, do the opposite of what we bet here.
We're laying the table down for you guys. We're taking
obviously
jumping on the grenade. Jumping on the grenade, follow the breadcrumbs to our exploded bodies, our parlays.
What I was gonna say too, man, is this is exactly why we love this sport, man, because it's so unpredictable.
Big time.
You know what I mean? You think you got it, you know what's gonna happen, and then stuff like this happens, and you're just like, man, it's crazy. You win some, you lose some.
Gotta call James Krauss. Bro, look at 291. Poirier Gaethje 2. Blachowicz Pereira. Paulo Costa versus Alex Skarov. Tony Ferguson. Bobby Green. Michael Chiesa. Kevin Holland. It's not as barn burner as what we got, but it's, dude, the main event and co-main event is going to be fire.
Yeah.
All right, dude. That was it. Closing comments, my man?
Nah, just can't wait for the next fights, man. Can't wait till they get here. Can't wait to talk about them. Can't wait to hear what you guys all have to say. So until next time, talk to you guys later.
Hey, yeah, thank you for listening. If you're watching, head over to iTunes, head over to Google Podcasts, look for Chingazo's Combat Crew. If you're listening, head over to our YouTube page at C_Combat Crew. Sign up, subscribe for our YouTube channel. Get them notifications in so that way you know when the next episode goes live. All right, everyone. Until next time, Chingazo's Combat Crew out. Peace.